Hello students, in this video you are going to learn about factorization. Now factorization, you've already learned algebraic expressions. You know that they consist of various terms. What does factorization means? When you divide an algebraic expression into its factors. Suppose you are talking about a number 8 and number 8, the factors are 2, 4, 1. You are dividing a number into its factor. Same way, when you divide an algebraic expression into its factor, it's called factorization. Now, there are various techniques to this. We'll divide this chapter into two parts. In the first part, I will do the technique of regrouping and using identities. And in the second part, I'll do factorization using midterm spreading. So let's start. Now see this. Factorization by regrouping method. What does this mean? Factorization by regrouping means you have 4 terms with you, and in those 4 terms, you have to find the common factor. Or you have 5 terms, you have to find the common factor. So that there are more than 3 terms. In such cases, we are mostly using regrouping method. Let's see this example. In the first example, you can see there is a common A between the first and the second term. Same way, in the second, third, and the fourth term, there is a common C. So we take out A here, it becomes A plus B. We take out C here, and it becomes B plus A. Now, by commutative property, we know that A plus B is same as B plus A. So we can write it as A plus B, A out plus C, A plus B. So now here we can see A plus B is a common factor between the 2 terms. This is one term, this is another term, and there is a common factor A plus B. So I take out A plus B out. What remains inside? It's like this is a square bracket. If I take out A plus B out of this, what will remain inside the square bracket will be A plus C. So it means A plus C, and so the final answer is, this is the final answer. You can write it like this. A plus B, A plus C. I have made a square bracket. You can make a circular bracket here. It was just to explain you how and when we are taking out A plus B out. What does taking out concept means? Let's do the same thing with another example. So here you can see, is there anything common? No. So we will do regrouping. What does regrouping means? This term moves this side, whereas this term moves this side. But since they are moving inside an algebraic expression, so there will be no change of sign. The sign, they will move with their sign. So xy plus qy minus pq minus pz, px. You can see pq moved with its sign and qy also moved with its sign. Now we can see a common y here. We take out y, x plus q. We can see a minus p sign common. So q plus x. Now we can see x plus q and q plus x are the same by commutative property. We can take it out, x plus q, and inside what remains? Y minus p. So this becomes the answer for the second question. Let's move on to the usage of identity. These are the 3 identities that we know. A plus b whole square, a minus b whole square identity, and a plus b, a minus b whole square. The difference is of the sign. When this is positive, here is a plus 2ab. When this is negative, there is minus 2ab. And in the third identity, there is no third term. Only 2 terms are there. So to factorize using identity, the foremost condition that should be satisfied is that there should be 2 square terms. Like this, A and B are square terms. Then only this identity can be applied. And the second most important condition is that the third term should be of the form 2ab, or it should not be there. If it is not there, then the third identity will apply. If it is there, it should be of the form 2ab. Let's understand what I am explaining with the help of an example. Suppose this is the question. So I understand x is a square of this, 9 is a square of 3, and 2 into x into 3 is 6x. So that means I can see the identity here, a square minus 2ab plus b square, which is equal to a minus b whole square. Hence, I can write that the answer will be a minus b whole square. In this case, what is our a? A is x. So it will be x and b is 3. X minus 3 whole square is your answer. So this is the identity. In every question, you have to mention what is the identity you are using. This is the identity you are using. Now let's see the next question. In this, we can see this is of the form 3x whole square. This is of the form 2y whole square. Only this condition is satisfied, we will go and see whether the middle term is of the form 2ab. So we will see 2 into 3x into 2y. Multiply it, you will get 12x. Okay, so it's of the form 3x minus 2y whole square, where we are using the identity a square plus b square minus 2ab is equal to a minus b whole square. This is the identity used. You can directly write the answer after the second step. In the third question, there is no middle term. That means it is directly of the form 7m square minus 9n whole square. So we can write 7m minus 9n and 7m plus 9n. That's the answer. We have used the identity a square minus b square is equal to a minus b, a plus b. In this case, a is 7m and b is minus 9. Now let's do little complicated questions which have more than 3 or 4 terms. And we are going to use the knowledge that we have learned, like regrouping as well as identities. Now here we see x square is one term, 4y square is a complete square term. And if I take these three together, I can use identity. So I rearrange, I write it like this, 4y square minus 4xy together and put 4x minus 8y together. Now here I can use the identity a square plus 2b square minus 2ab is equal to a minus b whole square, because this is a square term. I'll see this in my mind. This is a square term. This is also a square term. And this is of the form minus 2x into 2y. I'm convinced that the identity is being used. So I'll write here x minus 2y whole square. And for this, I will write 4 common x minus 2y for these two. I can see that there is a 4 common, so I can. Now, if I see that these two have a common term x minus 2y, so I will take out x minus 2y. What remains inside is x minus 2y and plus 4. That means this remains inside here. Or if you want, I can make it with a red color pen. This remains inside. Now opening the bracket, x minus 2y is like this only. This becomes x minus 2y plus 4, which is your answer. Next two questions, try and solve it yourself, will give you more confidence. Or pause the video, try it. If you don't get it, then watch the solution for this. So let's see this. These three form a identity. So I take minus sign common, y square plus z square plus 2yz. I can see the identity can be applied here. So x square y minus plus z whole square. Identity use a square plus b square plus 2ab is equal to a plus b whole square. So we have these two terms. Both the terms are square terms. That means again the identity can be applied. And this is of the form a square minus b square, which is a minus b and a plus b. So this will become x minus y plus z and x plus y plus z. Opening the bracket, we get x minus y minus z and x plus y plus z. That's your answer. Here again, we can see this is an identity can be applied because this and this are complete square terms. This is of the form m whole square and this is of the form 2n whole square and this is of the form 2m 2n. Now you will say how to understand that the identity is applied here. This will come with practice. When you solve many questions, on seeing the question only you will understand यहाँ पर ये identity लगेगी. The rule is square terms होने चाहिए. So we have m plus 2n whole square. Identity used here is a square plus b square plus 2ab is equal to a plus b whole square minus 8 ka square. Again the identity is there, a square minus b square, a minus b, a plus b. So this becomes m plus 2n minus 8, m plus 2n plus 8. These are only 6 questions. You need to solve many more before you get a complete hang of how to use the identity. Once you understand these identity part, then only go for midterm splitting. So in my next video, I'm going to explain how to use midterm splitting for factorization. Till then, practice for the usage of identity as well as for regrouping questions. In case you don't understand, please write in comment. Thanks for watching the video.